Acharya ji, and I have a few rapid fire questions, as we call it, because we have been discussing for a long time and I will not take any more of your time. I will straight away jump to those questions. And the first one is what are some non negotiables in your everyday routine, in your opinion?
Checking the reports come from various departments in my organization. That is something I do that without fail.
Right.
And the second thing is reading before I retire and sleep. So I read on a daily basis, something, anything, but I definitely read. And the reports. I cannot go to bed without looking at the reports. In fact, if people sleep without sending the reports, I go and wake them up.
Okay. Any favorite book or author that has deeply influenced your thinking? I know for a fact that you yourself are an author who have written countless books now.
That's a no-brainer. Upanishads. The Upanishads.
Right. Do you still read them?
Oh, obviously. That's not something you can ever get over with. You have to go through them again. And I have to read because I teach them.
Right.
So the Kat Upanishad is what I'm currently teaching. The first time I taught Kat Upanishad was more than 10 years. So I go back to them and I go through them over and over again and again every few years.
Right. Super. Do you have any podcast recommendations that you listen to? You said that, some of these people that people consume is absolute garbage. Do you recommend something that people should listen to? Not really. Okay. Okay, we'll move on. What's the last book you read and enjoyed beyond Upanishads? If I have to ask you, any fiction book?
Fiction would be like just so many years back, I don't have any memory. The one that I'm currently reading is by Wu Xin, the forgotten book of Wu Xin, and it's called 5 volumes on non-duality.
Okay.
So I don't know whether it's readily available in the market, but it's a wonderful piece. It's you could say the Chinese equivalent of Ribhu Gita.
Okay. Understood. What is the most challenging aspect of you being a writer? I can see so many books written here over the years, probably, that you have written. Do you also have a writer's block?
No, I don't have a writer's block. I have a time block. So the most challenging aspect is finding the time to write. So the next one has been on the table for more than an year now.
Okay.
And the publisher has been gently reminding that I must send the final manuscript. Before I came to you today, after many days, I have been able to work on that book for some 6 hours today. I don't find the time. That's the block.
Right. Should people be scared of artificial intelligence?
No. People should rather be scared of not having true intelligence.
Okay. I really like that answer. If you were born again in the body of a 22-year-old, the experiences that you have had, would you like to do the same again, or would you do something else in your life?
Okay. The first thing, nobody ever gets born again, so that's very important part of my teaching. But for the sake of the answer, if I were to speak to my 22-year-old self, I would say commit yourself more rigorously to sports. There are 3 racket sports that I play, and then 4 rather, including table tennis, and then there is cricket, the ubiquitous one in India. But I would have loved to excel. I play well, but I cannot claim a level of performance I would rather want to have. So So that's one thing I'll tell myself. Commit yourself with much more love to your sports. And the second thing, save time as much as possible. Read even more. Read even more. Trust yourself more. You can save time. I have experimented a lot with life, but probably there have been phases when the results were more or less clear, yet I persisted with the experimentation phase because I was still feeling uncertain. So I would advise myself to trust myself more and hence save time.
Right. Thank you very much, Achayaji. On that note, I'll draw close to this particular conversation. I hope that people who are listening to this enriching podcast, they'll get something out of it. I definitely am going back with a lot of learning. I
I'm
expected to learn from you, and as I mentioned that I came in here as somebody who wants to pick your brains, wants to challenge a few ideas that I have, that probably you have, and probably a lot of people in our generation have. And I hope that I did justice to it to whatever extent possible. And I would leave that to the audience for us to tell. Do tell us who you want in this particular seat in the next episode in the Conversations Cafe podcast. Do tell us how this particular episode was for you. Do share it with your friends who you think needs to hear this that we spoke about today. And do subscribe to the channel if you like our content. Thank you very much, Acharya ji. It was lovely having you. Thank you.